Hi, Sisel Nation. Aaron Renner, Vice President of Worldwide Sales and Marketing here at Sisel International Headquarters today. I just got back from an amazing tour around Europe and saw some good old friends, and better yet, was had an opportunity to meet a bunch of new friends. And it's always fun to go out and see the different people around the world and enjoy different cultures and communities and thoughts and ideas, and really get feedback from the leaders as well as the field on how we're doing at Sisel. One of the things I knew as I got ready to leave is that the H pill is taking off. I mean, maybe it's taken off. How about that? It has gotten so big, so fast, we're having a hard time even keeping it in stock. And as a result, we're seeing people that are getting excited about it, building a business, starting to see new people come into their business, starting to see old people that have been gone pop back into their business. That's exciting to me. So as we had looked at going on this tour, I knew I had two things to accomplish. One was to talk about the new look, the new feel, the new compensation plan, the new website, back office, etc. The other thing that I knew I needed to do was to really announce the H pill from me, corporate, and to announce this new product that we have called Sisel Ript. So right on the heels of this amazing product called the H pill, we have Sisel Ript that has come out. And so I was sitting there thinking about it as I got ready to leave, and I had my PowerPoint put together and just wanted to get a little bit more information, a little bit more knowledge so that I really understood this product. And I thought I'd go to the source. We had put a person in charge of it to have them start to look into all of the amazing science and the research behind it. And we really looked at the person that would get excited about it in a more youthful way. So Thomas Mower, Junior, T3, whatever you call him out in the field. I went to him and I said, Thomas, I need your help. I got to put together some salient points on this incredible new product. I'm excited about it. I want to learn a little bit more about it so that I can really describe the benefits of this incredible product. And so I sat down with him, and I'm telling you, I learned more in 30 minutes than I could have ever learned researching it myself, because he broke it down into such easy, simplified thoughts and ideas and descriptions that by the time I went out, I was really able to go out and explain it in a way that everybody, I believe, could really digest it and then be able to go out and start talking about it. So I've got a special guest with me today, Thomas Mower, Junior, T3. Woo! Welcome to Sisel Live.
Thanks, Aaron.
Thanks for being here. So when we looked at it originally, I mean, I know that we had to go through this process of saying, okay, so what is this product? I mean, never in the history of time have we really brought in another formulation that we said, hey, we're really excited about this, that your dad or your grandpa didn't say, it's my formula. But this one you got so excited about that all of a sudden it became this young, youthful product, and we've got it now. So tell us a little bit about it and about your research into it.
Okay, well, when I graduated from the university, first off, I kind of started getting really involved in lots of these products. And my dad, I remember, and you actually, I was sitting in my dad's office, and you guys asked me, what is something that excites you? Mm-hmm. I said, oh, amino acids. They're really starting to kick off, and proteins, and building muscle, and recovery times. That's everything right now. And you guys actually came across some study and said, well, you're graduated, do it. And so for a year and a half, I studied it. And I found this specific blend of amino acids, essential amino acids. And it was kind of a new terminology to me, learning essential amino acids. But after $20 million of research and 23 human clinical trials, and a year and a half to cover all this material, I knew that this was a product that was definitely worth bringing to Sisel because it brought a unique factor that no other company has right now. And that's pretty much my story behind it.
Well, the thing that I want you guys to know is that it was one of those situations where Thomas goes to the gym, he gets his fitness in, he gets his exercise in, he goes running, he does all these things so for him it was a product that he could really embrace. What the original stance behind the product? Why was it developed in the first place?
Well, first it was developed because we understand our demographic is a little higher in age here. And so we thought, what is a product that could really bring what our demographic is now, and to bring in new recruitment to new business builders, because that's what it's all about, energy, new, revolutionary. You'll hear my grandpa say every single one of these words, and every single time he speaks, it's revolutionary, powerful, super, whatever. But yeah, so this was kind of something that we thought was the best for both. And in all this research, it was actually designed originally for people recovering for surgery. I don't know if you knew that before. And so people actually cutting their recovery time by 3 times quicker. Wow. And so all this research was in, hip replacements, knee replacements, burn victims on recovering. And I saw this factor and thought, why doesn't anybody think about this in the fitness world, in my world that I was doing? And so I got some samples. I tested it for 30 days. Everything increased. The recovery time was definitely cut into the fitness world, and that's when I brought it to you guys and said, we need this product because I've never felt this good in all my years of lifting.
Well, and we looked at it, obviously you can see the packaging is very young and it's youthful and it's got a lot of energy behind it, but we also recognize that it really doesn't matter the age. I'm 50 years old. I want to take what he's taking. I want to take what a younger guy's taking, but he doesn't necessarily want to take what I'm taking or maybe his grandpa's taking. He wants something that's young and energetic, but realize, like he said, the original thought behind this product was to help people recover from total hip and knee replacement as well as burn victims, etc. And we saw a huge amount of studies on this.
Oh, yeah. $20 million worth of research by the National Institute of Health in it. It's in 23 human clinical trials that posted in the public domain for anybody to read about on this specific ratio, not varying in one difference, this very same ratio of amino acids.
Well, and help me understand that too, or help everybody understand that. You already described it for me, and I spit it out to everybody and acted like it was mine. But the fact is that you broke it down in really simplified terms in terms of the exact blend of amino acids, the number count, the grams, the micrograms, the milligrams, etc. So maybe you could describe it on the board real quick so that people can see kind of how it looks.
I would love to. So this is something I got very good at doing in the university, reading an article and simplifying it so I could test better on it. So actually what it comes down to is a lot of people think of BCAAs, okay, branched chain amino acids. This is not branched chain amino acids. Actually, they are EAAs, which stands for Essential Amino Acids, okay? And so the essential amino acids are essential to your body's proper function on recovering, building muscle, and just functioning properly on a day-to-day basis, right? Your digestive system depends on these. Your mind depends on these. Your muscles, your organs, everything depends on essential amino acids. And so that is what really sparked my interest in this. And so thinking on this level, because there's tons of products out there. You can buy them cheap, you can buy them more expensive. But what makes this specific ratio super simple? And why does it make it so effective? Okay, so I'm going to simplify it a lot, right? So I'm going to pull up 3 examples of amino acids. And I'm just going to call one LT, I'm going to call another LC, and I'm going to call another LA. Okay? And so when I was explaining this to Aaron, it was like a white bulb just went off. Super simple. We're going to assign each one of these a shape. Okay? So we're going to give this one a 0, or a circle. We're going to give this one a triangle, and we're going to give this one a square. Okay? And so when you think in terms of cells, right, typically people look at a circle. Okay? So if you complete the circle of the cell, the better it's going to function. The more effective that cell is going to be on your body. Okay? So when I was explaining this, I said, okay, now let's take an example of a competitor. What is different in theirs? Why theirs isn't going to be as effective as ours, obviously. So let's say we got 3 of these LTs, so 3 circles. We got 2 of these triangles, and we got 1 of these squares, okay? So let's go over here, and let's just say that in each and every one of these cells, there is a specific ratio that will go into these, right? So your body will only be able to take in, let's say, 2 squares, okay? And then it'll be able to take in 3 triangles, okay? And then right here, it'll only be able to take in 1 circle. Well, if you look over here at our example, right, you're only going to be able to do this, right, with your 3 circles, your LTs, okay? With this, you're leaving 1 that's out. So you're missing one of these triangles, one of the LC, or one of the LAs, okay? And then with the LCs, you only have 2. So once again, you're missing 2 and you've overloaded, right? So right there, it's not complete, okay? So our specific blend of amino acids is exactly that. It is 1, it is 3, and it is 2. The perfect ratio of amino acids that will do what? It will complete the cell in an orderly manner to allow the cell to function perfectly at its full capacity.
That is so cool.
Yeah. And a matter of fact, if you actually have too many of these, it can actually, if you go back to the original ratio, it can actually block some of the amino acids from being able to go into the cell because of its overload on the cell, actually. So that is why the perfect optimal ratio is so essential, because too many could block us other essential ones from going into the amino acid, or it could leave it too few to not function properly.
See what I'm saying? I mean, literally, let's simplify. We just simplified. Thomas, thank you for that. And I think about it as well, like when we talk about, okay, so now you've got the perfect blend of amino acids, perfect amount. This formula, this patented formula, is the exact ratio that the body needs to function properly. Now take that. Why do we look at it from a pre versus a post, or a post versus a pre-workout, in terms of how the body synthesizes the proteins?
Yeah, so when I was meeting with the doctor, he actually was informing me on some of the studies that they said. And they did some exercise on people that were recovering on knee replacements. And people that were recovering with this, they wanted to test it if they were taking it before their physical therapy session versus after their physical therapy session. And they actually found out that if people were taking, our specific blend in the exact ratio, if they took it within 30 minutes before their workout, absorption was at like 120%. Okay? And when it was actually, or it was 130%, sorry. 130% absorption into the muscles and efficiency if taken before the workout. If taken within 30 minutes after their physical therapy session, absorption rates went up to 210%. So almost 100% more and quicker response to the body if, when your body is needing those nutrients to recover, it's sucking all those in, and it's actually being able to optimize on that perfect ratio.
Okay, so interestingly, if we're really looking at this from just kind of a generic standpoint, it's working regardless whether you're exercising or not. If it's taking up 130%, it's actually working. But if you're exercising and you're doing something physical, some physical activity, no matter what it may be, if you're just getting off the couch and starting to walk again, or you're going to the gym like Thomas and you're getting bigger and stronger and faster, 210% is the amount that the body's now utilizing to really repair and recover.
Oh, yeah. And
that's cool.
The numbers just keep going up. And the cool thing about this, you can take almost as much as you want. People are taking up to 9 times the recommended daily dose, and the more you take, the better the results.
Wow.
The minimum amount, you still get better than anything else out there on the market results, but the more you take, the better the results and the quicker the response.
So the fact is that we sell what would be kind of the recommended dose for the average person to take every day. But I could maybe take 2, 3, 4 sachets a day and not worry about it?
All the way up to 9 is what they've tested on.
Okay. Now, one of the things that I loved is that you gave me this idea, this power of threes. So what are the power of threes when we talk about that?
Threes are everything. I love the power of 3 because it says 3 times greater anabolic response to the body.
Okay.
3 times greater absorption, 3 times greater muscle recovery time, 3 times faster, and 3 times greater power increase after each visit. Actually, that's just the average, because on the low end, people were people were actually increasing on power by 2 times faster than anything else out there, and on the high end, up to 4 times. So the power of 3 on the muscle growth factor, the 3 is just the average. You can experience higher or just below, but majority were just a little bit higher.
So protein synthesis is everything.
Protein synthesis is everything.
And we look at a common ingredient like whey protein.
Yeah.
Whey protein sits at what for protein synthesis?
At 27%, actually. At 15 grams of the most pure whey protein on the market, body protein synthesis was only occurring at about 27%. In our essential amino acid, not branched chain, our essential amino acid protein synthesis at the same amount of grams was actually occurring at 82 to 85%.
So 3 times.
3 times. Power of 3.
Yeah, so, I mean, we're talking about a hot product.
Oh, extremely hot product.
And here's the interesting thing for me as well. Everybody that I've talked to that has now been on it for a period of time, whether it be the people that we threw it out to try to get them to test it and let us know what they felt, myself, when Thomas brought in this little tub of product and he said, hey, Aaron, start taking this every day. And so I started taking it every day, and then I started jonesing when I was out, and we were all out, right? It's a weird product that way. It's like you literally become kind of dependent on it because you recognize what it's doing for your energy levels, for the body, your stamina, your endurance, etc. What are some of the things that people will see? Because you have your own testimonial.
Oh, yeah. My own testimonial is that I was actually benching on my 1 rep max 205, and I took it for 30 days straight, and my bench max went up to 270. And I've actually had people say, no, I do not believe you in that. This is my own testimony, and I actually will prove anybody wrong on that. And actually, we tested it on against other people, and every single person had similar experiences. A matter of fact, an Olympian that was testing this product, he actually sent it to a private lab without telling anybody because of his muscle mass growth. He actually had it tested because he thought, you guys have got me on steroids. I'm going to test negatively against something. And so he tested it, came back clean. It's actually WADA approved. The World Anti-Doping Agency has actually recognized this as a safe product for athletes to take.
So all of a sudden you want to up your game. If you are a competitive athlete, maybe you're a weekend warrior, you go out and do Spartan races, you're going to see a huge difference with this product.
Everybody, whether you're working out or you're a couch potato, every single person has slept better, has recovered quicker if they are working out, and every single person has been losing weight because what's happening? Your body is building its muscles and it's burning off fat while it's doing it. It's not thermogenic in this. It's just your body is functioning the way it's using. It's using every nutrient that goes into your body. And a lot of people actually have been losing cravings because sometimes cravings are nutrients needed in the body. And so these cravings actually growing away because your body is getting what it wants and what it needs.
To fuel it.
Exactly.
Well, it's interesting, too, because I know that for me, I started feeling that same way. I know we had our office party where we went out and had this wonderful barbecue and played this wonderful game of kickball, which all the Europeans gave me grief about because they said it's because we don't know how to play a proper game of football. Ours looks like baseball with a big red ball. But I remember I tore my hamstring. And it was so painful, and I thought, I'm just starting to get back on my bike again. So regardless, it was on a Wednesday. I'd been on the product for maybe a week. I can't remember, but about a week.
Something like that, yeah.
And I remember getting on my bike on Saturday and went for a ride, and I rode, and I felt like I used just my right leg. So my left hamstring. And the next day I thought, I've got to be consistent. So I went out again, got on my bike, went on the same route, and took 6 minutes off of my course. Now, again, people will say maybe you hit a red light, maybe whatever. Well, I know that might take 30 seconds or 20 seconds or a minute, but not 6 minutes.
Yeah.
The next weekend went out on the same course and took another 6 minutes off of it. Was at 48 minutes on my course that normally is an hour. And then the next day thought, man, I might be a little tired after going on this ride the day before, but I'll go out again. And I decided that I was going so fast that I added time to my route so I could at least get a 60-minute ride in. And I'm telling you, I can feel the tightness. I can feel my body starting to feel like it's tightening up. And part of that is what Thomas just talked about. Your lean muscle mass burns off because of toned muscle. It burns off your fat. So some of you may say, but I'm not losing any weight. But guess what? It's because you're putting on lean muscle mass. Muscle weighs more than fat. So don't get crazy if you're not losing weight. It's the fact is, I can tell I'm losing weight. I can feel it in my body, but I can also feel it in my muscles. Same for you?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I actually dropped 23 pounds in that 1 month.
Wow.
I was doing extremely heavy workouts, but I felt so good doing it. I was doing better workouts and harder, more intense workouts because my recovery time was down to 0.
Yeah.
I felt just as good the next day. Matter of fact, we tested it on a marathon runner, and he said that on his long training days, his 16-mile days, it usually took him 2 to 3 days to recover. He said he felt so good, he could have done it again the next day. And then after running his marathon, he said, after the next day, I felt like I could have ran another marathon. My recovery time was literally down to 0.
I remember Sam brought that up out in Pennsylvania while we were at our big event out there, and everybody was mesmerized by it because, again, sometimes people think, well, do I have to gain muscle? Do I want to look like the muscle people that are in the gym all the time? Well, the fact is, no, absolutely not. This is a product for all ages, and I even gave it to my dad, and talk about jonesing. I said to him, Dad, you got to get on this product because you kind of live a little bit of a sedentary life. He's 77 years old. He got on the product, and then a couple days later, because I only gave him for the weekend, a couple days later, he's like, do you have any more? I had to put it out on my steps. He came by before I even left, picked it up so that he had it in his hands and was taking it again. Everybody's in the same boat. It's an awesome product.
And some people say, it's unbelievable. I don't believe it. I'm going to tell every single one of those people that don't believe it, put it to the test.
Yeah.
Try it. If you do not feel a reaction, call me personally. Contact me on Facebook and tell me that you didn't have a good experience. I'll make sure to do everything to make sure that you do have a positive experience because I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Because every single person out of the 25 people that we tested on, every single person from the age of 15 all the way up to the age of 70, every single person had a positive reaction with it.
I haven't heard anything negative whatsoever. I want people to know that we're live on Facebook, obviously, right now. We're going to give away 5 boxes of Sisel Ript. We're going to give it to those people that share. It'll be random, so get out there, share this video with everybody you know. You guys can make a huge difference in the exposure and the audience that we get to. But we want you to share this with everybody, because I'm telling you, this product is going to take the world by storm, and everybody's going to be ripped.
Exactly. And I want you guys to know a little bit of story behind this. Is I was formulating that I was working on this formulation and everything, and with Aaron and listening to all the feedback that he was getting from you guys, we designed this product for the business builders. We put it in single serving sachets so you guys can sample it. We made sure that at least buy one box and you minimal qualify for commissions. And we made it pretty affordable, $50 and some change for distributors.
Yeah.
And we did everything that we could, listening to everything you guys said, to make sure that you guys can build your businesses and get ripped with Sisel Ript.
And it's an awesome, as Thomas mentioned, there is no better sampler out there. You give people 3 sachets of this, leave it behind with the brochure. I'm telling you, you're going to see some phenomenal benefits happen to them as well. And they're going to get excited and want to be one of your customers, or maybe even build the business just like you're building it. So anyways, folks, we want you to know that we've got the expert right here. So Greg, maybe are there any questions that are coming up that we can read from?
Not really, not yet.
Okay, so let's plan on doing this. Make sure you share this. Make sure you get it out to the world. Make sure that you do everything you can to grow our audience so that we can let everybody know about this incredible product. So okay. Thomas, thank you very much for being on the Sisel, or the Facebook Live. I always want to call it Sisel Live. The Facebook Live event, imparting the knowledge that you have. I guarantee this video is going to be used worldwide and stopped and paused and notes and then shared, and people are going to love it. So thanks.
No problem. Thank you for having me, Aaron.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.
We'll see you later.